What's up, everybody? So each of these new characters, they need their own vid, pretty much, talking about the potential that they bring. We're going to start with Rabbala here. We're just going to run her real quick. I'd like to see her S3. But really, we're going to be showing off her S4. What I want you guys to take note here is that I just ran the other character here, who I've spent more time on. He's got higher stats. He's stronger. He's more unlocked. He even has better gear. His S4 will not clear the boss at Spirited Assault. This girl with lower stats at a lower standing, her S4 completely wipes the boss here at this level. So right off rip, we know she has a great modifier for her S4, and she's an amazing breaker. So here's some basic. Let's show off her ability to cast here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to cast anything. Obviously, 3700 years works with her great because it's spammable. It's earth damage. She's going to get all those boosts, especially if you have those items for her and you really want to go the earth mage way. This is viable because we don't really have other earth damagers like this girl. And also, her top tier earth spell, it does have like a break on it, so that is very cool, right? I'm going to be trying to run her the other way. I've heard of people building her like a physical attack build. Because, I mean, I can cast 3700 years right now. It'll just wipe everybody. I don't want to do that. I'd actually like to charge up her S3 if I could. Another thing that's really cool is, I forget what the ability is called on it, but this girl pretty much has some kind of like, almost like a parasitic debuff where whoever she gets sick with this debuff, when they take damage, whoever's damaging them is healing off of it. So that definitely adds something to all of these Advocate of God heroes, because they all have passive healing in their kits. Every single one of them does, I think, except maybe for Zuggy, which he's so tanky you don't really need it. You just get by with Crowd Force. Oh, look at that. Just great crowd control. Oh, here's that S3. Boom. Lots of damage. That S2 is the tornado around her. So yeah, when you stack this girl's healing on top of the other Advocate's healing, and remember too, both of Lilibet's parents, they both have the, what is it, like the Blaze Garden trait, where however many of them have that ability, they're all getting stats off of it. I'd have to look at it again. I can't think of it off the top of my... It's not Beastly Banquet. I'm sure somebody will correct me, but, you know, they do get some more stats for being around each other. Alright, so here it is. Let's fill that S3 just for fun, because I wanted to see it again. And we'll... Oh, I couldn't reach the mage with the S2. S2. I like that S2. It's really nice. But getting to that S4, which was going to one-shot everybody here anyway, so I just kind of wanted to mess around with her kit a little bit. Here's her S4. This thing does great damage, and it has a chance to break everybody's stats. Yeah, she just wipes the floor with that thing, and there's even some more damage left over. Like I said, I've been running both of these characters at this level, right? Also, this boss at the end, he's a machine, so they have like some damage reduction. It really seems to slow the other character down a lot more. Machines are not weak to earth, so I don't know. She just absolutely wrecks the end of that level with her S4. And actually, if we compare her to the other hero I was just running, whose S4 is not able to clear this, he's got higher stats than her. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just because for some reason, if it's like magical damage. It just kind of surprises me that her S4 can clear that. Powerful earth combo attack against all enemies. Chance to lower enemy strength, defense, intelligence, and her mind. It doesn't look like those breaks are going off before the damage of Eternal Disaster, or else that would be like super OP. Although it's not going to matter, because this girl has a break built in, where as soon as you start the fight, the enemy's going to be broken. Right now, I am working on learning things like, what is it? I'm probably going to be wrong about this too. Contract with Puck, or Gaze of the End. That's the one that breaks all resistances when the fight starts. It does take some SC, like 9 I believe, but if you can stack that with her break, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out, because that would be like a 40-50% break to all elements right across the board. And then you can throw Giga Weakness, which this girl does get in her kit, for an extra, I think, 10% to everything. If I'm wrong on that, I'm sure somebody will correct me. The point is, being able to break all elements to that level right off rip, that's really good. Right? That's really good. Right? And then you're still a solid Earth Mage, which has kind of been lacking in this game. And you have a God Heal spell to support, right? And what's really cool... Let's see. Wicked Tempest. When Earth attacking, which is every effing time, because everything this girl does is Earth. Chance to inflict, exuberant. I'm just going to call it exuberant debuff, because I don't know where the hell they were going with this. I don't know if that's really a word over here in the US. I don't know. Anyway, with this debuff, when loses hit points when using skills. That's pretty awesome against skill-based users. Every time they use one of their skills, they're going to take some damage. When attacking an enemy with this break, you're going to do plus 25% damage and chance to absorb 4% of the damage dealt as hit points. So this is a really, really, really good break for her to throw on a boss, because now everybody that's doing damage to it is doing 25% more, on top of all the breaks that she brings, right? And they're healing 4% of the damage that they're doing, which, to some heroes might be all right, but you got to figure that's 4% of the damage dealt as hit points being healed, on top of Proud Force, right? On top of, let's see. If you run these two together, he's got a passive heal built right into his trait, right? When physically attacking, chance to absorb 3 to 6% of the hit point of the damage as hit points, on top of her 4%, on top of Proud Force, on top of whatever else you can, when you can start stacking 3 or 4 of these effects up on top of each other with Proud Force, and having one in your kit, that is pretty damn awesome. That is pretty damn awesome. So, something I should note, that this guy's S4, apply a physical attack damage plus 20% buff to unit and recover 12 cells. So he does empower himself with his S4, which is really awesome. So I guess the second time you use his S4, it's going to be empowered. If you can double tap it with the UR arc like I was doing. But still, hers is doing more. This guy has higher stats, right? That S4 should be scaling off of your strength. He's at least at like 1100. I believe she's at like what? She's at 555 strength. So, and these abilities are supposed to be scaling off of, it's an earth combo attack. It's physical. So, that tells me potentially this S4 just has a monster modifier on it. I don't know, unless it's somehow just really good against those mobs, which it really shouldn't be, because that is an MK26 mob that we're fighting there at the end. It has like physical damage reduction. That is typically why I run that level, because I can typically drop an S4 at the end and get a pretty good gauge of how much damage it does. It doesn't kill off the boss, and then I can still use part of my skill kit and just kind of see how the skills work, how the synergy works out in the kit. That was not the case. As soon as I show up there and I drop this S4 just to see what it looks like, hey, it's a done deal. So that is very cool. Right, so, yeah, I think this is big. I think this shouldn't be overlooked. The synergy that the Advocate of Gods have together. It's not just going to be her, right? He's got healing built in. We just looked at that. Let's see. Here's another Advocate, right? She doesn't have any passive. Let's see, unless, is there parasites? No. Demodification. Right, she doesn't have any passive healing. You're going to give her Proud Force, obviously. But if we look at the abilities, hey, the S3 absorbs 5% of the damage dealt as hit points. So, yeah, she has a form of, you could call it passive healing, built into her actual ability kit on top of Proud Force. Potentially off of, and potentially on top of this debuff that we would get from Rabbala, Barbara, whatever the hell her name is, which is going to let you heal another, 4 or 6%, whatever it is. It all adds up. It all adds up, and you can get some serious sustain on your hit points while doing tons and tons of damage with these characters. I mean, depending on what you're going up against, right, you might want to bring an actual healer, but hey, with this setup, if you're running Rabbala and 2 of these other ones, you could potentially run a party that doesn't really need a healer as long as they're cranking out tons and tons of damage. All these characters are pretty good at keeping their skill kit fed. So, just something to explore in the future, right? And obviously, Rabbala and Baron, they both have, let's see, what is it? It's not Sharp Eyes. They do have a bunch of custom awesome stuff. Weapon Break, Vampiric Drain. Beast Alliance. Sorry, yeah. If at least 2 allies have Beast Alliance, you know, counting this one, boost strength, defense, intelligence, and mind by 5%, 10% for 3 of them, 4 of them 15%. That's pretty awesome, right? That's pretty awesome. So both of them are getting, you know, some stats off of that, right? You could throw, I don't think Ray has Beastly Alliance. I know Dordoro, the red fox demon dog thing, like, I don't know what you want to call him, Ray's little fire buddy. I know he has that, so if you run him with these characters, you know, you're going to get some more stats. Overall, though, this is cool because this brings some different play styles and some different things to try out in this game. I really can't wait to see what you can do with Wicked Tempest, just how well that works, because there's a lot there. Like, you know, depending on how fast you can get this debuff out and applied to whatever nasty thing that you are fighting, that's pretty damn impressive. I do also like how Netherworld, it increases, like, spell damage, but it increases, I believe, earth damage as well. So it's going to, like, not only power up your magic, I do believe some of this just powers up earth damage in general, which applies to her abilities. That's really why I was just running her right now. I wanted to look over her abilities again and just see if she could be a capable ability user, right? Like, if I were to actually run her with an ability set up to try to spam her kit and get all this awesome crowd control out of this. I mean, she also has an earth combo attack that has a chance to reduce earth resistance. So she has an earth break on top of all the other breaks. That's potentially very awesome. That can stack up with all of the other breaks that she has, leading to lots and lots of earth damage, whether you want to get that damage from her ability kit or if you want to go over and start casting spells, right? If we look at some of the spells that she has, we have Grand Cross, sure. Nether Tempest is really what we're looking at. It's a powerful earth attack against all enemies. Chance to inflict defense minus 20%. So she can hurt your defense with this. It's going to hit everybody. Then again, you're probably already going to be breaking the enemy so much. I don't know if minus 20% defense is going to be worth it to try to spam to get this out there. Obviously, if you're casting damage and you just want to keep casting, you know, the most powerful earth spell that you get for free, this is going to be it. I haven't unlocked it yet. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's definitely going to factor in all of this, but I like the idea that you can run her either way. It seems like you can run her either way. I'm probably going to set her up and see what I can do with dual wield and stuff like that, just to see what we can get out of her actual ability kit, because I like the crowd control in it. But it's nice to know that with some minor adjustments, this girl could be refielded as just a straight up Earth Mage. So that is good to know, right? You can dig deep, pull out some Earth damage, and do tons and tons of Earth damage with this character. So it all depends on how you want to set her up. Her accessory, it does add to your magical Earth damage cap. So for anybody that's really going the caster way with her, I mean, that accessory might be worth something to you, right? Her armor gives you 10% to Earth damage, which applies to her kit. Personally, I kind of wish they would have flipped those, right? Because then we could have an accessory that actually gives her 10% to Earth damage, and she could apply that to her kit, and not take up an armor slot to get that 10% extra Earth damage, because then she could potentially use 2 weapons, and that would be really cool for her, her ability-based kit, if you wanna call it that, because that's the way that I'm gonna try to run her first. I can always switch her over to just like a straight-up mage that's just gonna sit in the back. Her breaks are still gonna work just as well, no matter which way you want to run her. And I think Wicked Tempest is still just going to be that shit. Not only are you getting that health steal off of it, but damage plus 25% to every. That's just awesome. Just one of these great custom breaks. I dig it. Can't wait to apply it. So that's going to work no matter what. No matter where you're getting her damage from, whether it's her abilities or the magic that she can cast. I think Wicked Tempest is going to be wicked, right? She does also have, she doesn't have any high-low. Yeah, she has breaks in here, right? So she's going to be able to break everybody's, stats, whichever one she wants to go for. Here's an intelligence minus 35% break to everybody. High-level magic chant, all that stuff's going to actually help her cast. Giga weakness is great. This is going to, we all know what that does. Earth critical raise. Yeah, I need to get that for her ability kit. Let's see. Earth Mega Boost, I believe, is just for magic, so I'll hold off on getting that. Let's see. We looked at another Tempest. Wicked Tempest is one of her moves. No, it's her passive. Magic Aura, great stuff to have. Earth Attack Rise 2. So she has 2. I'm just going to give her 1. I believe that is on the Sandworm arc. So that's cool. Let's see. We have extra weakness attack. Oh, that's cool. For killers and slayers, or attribute weakness attack. Chance of extra attack during killer, slayer, or attribute weakness attack. That's pretty cool. It's pretty custom. I haven't seen that yet. Mind Pierce, supposed to be pretty badass too. When magically attacking, chance to have enemies mine and deal damage. So she's borrowing a page from Amelia's book. She's halving your mind. She's not halving your resistance like Amelia is, but she's at least halving your mind. So that's cool if you're fighting against something that has a high mind and you're trying to cast on it. Remember, this is only when magically attacking. So it's not going to apply that much for me using her actual kit. That rage ability, that thing is awesome. That cyclone thing. Auto heal, by the way. Auto heal is great. Upon coming close to death, automatically uses 30 MP to greatly recover hit points. That's nice to have. I dig that. That's going to keep her in the fight in a tough situation. Oh, Giga High Drain. All enemies defense minus 35%, right? So she has, what was it? Intelligence minus 35, defense minus 35, God Heal just to help everybody along the way, just in case that passive ability is not feeding your hit point pool enough. You can just bust out a God Heal. This girl's going to have a high intelligence no matter what. She's going to be able to get off a decent heal, and she's going to be able to cast it fast no matter what. So I dig that they gave her God Heal for free, right? Something you'd probably want to add to this character anyway. Household of Ruin. Dark attacks from enemies minus 20%. That's cool. Didn't realize she got that. Auto recast, advanced magic circles. Let's see. High. Yeah, we looked at this. This is the intelligence minus 35. That one's the defense. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if she has any other breaks. Not like she really, really needs them at all. She's just breaking enough resistance automatically. Let's see. Hold on. Where is that break that she had? We looked at that. Arcane, whatever. Earthrise. It should be one of these high ones up here. Giga Hydrant. We looked at that. Beast Alliance. God Heal. Household of Ruin. Auto Recast. Magic Advanced Circles. Or Advanced Magic Circles. I'm not going to be able to find it here. I'm not going to be able to find it here. We are going to look at that thing. Hold on. It's such a big part of this character that I'm just going to have to find it in the gacha. Just take 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Here's her skills. Let's see. Here it is. Divine Winds. I could not find Divine Winds on her tree. I'm sure I went right over it, and some of you were probably like smashing your head up against the monitor because probably went over it like 3 times and just skipped over it. But Divine Winds, definitely. Battle starts -20 attribute resistance debuff on all enemies. Thunder damage taken -35% buff on all allies. Very awesome, right? And what I was saying is, what is it? Contract with Puck, Gaze of the End. One of those pretty much has the same effect. It's giving a minus attribute resistance debuff on all enemies at the beginning of the fight. So I'm thinking if I can stack that with Divine Wind and then have her cast, Giga Week? I'd like to see how big of a break to all elements that would be. I'm thinking around like 50% if it all meshes right together. That's huge in its own right. Right, and then she can break your stats some more, your actual stats. Yeah, very solid character here. Very solid character here. Can't wait to see what I can do with her. And let's not kid ourselves here. Her sprite looks amazing. Doesn't look like the colors match up very well because she's green here and she's kind of, I don't know, like a dark purplish over there. But hey, it is what it is. She still looks cool. Still looks cool, that's for sure. So I definitely give this girl my stamp of approval. I'm hearing that a lot of people want the other character, but this girl is still very useful. I think she does have a place in this meta. For how long, we never know because we don't know what's going to come out next, but I think this is cool. She is fulfilling a niche that that needed to be scratched, I guess. Earth Mage, Breaker. So with, custom breaks, I guess you could say. Wicked Tempest. Wicked Tempest is my shit. I'm going to be exploring what I can do with that. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I definitely think these characters are worth, building up because of how they can support each other, because of how Wicked Tempest can mesh with, everything besides Proud Force that these other Advocate of God heroes have, which I went over in this. I just think there's a lot of cool synergy there, a lot of cool stuff to try out. A lot of this stuff has to be tested though, so this is just my first impression of really running this girl and playing with her. So I will do another vid like this on the other character, right? I think there's plenty of YouTube vids up right now just going over the stats and over all the abilities. I just wanted to make everybody think about, kind of the synergy between this girl and the other heroes. Look over their healing, see if you can do anything with that. And let me know if you found anything interesting here. I definitely think this is cool. The game's going in a good direction. I didn't see this coming. And, hey, I'm glad I saved my 20,000, free crystals. This banner was definitely a success for me. So best of luck to everybody out there. I still have to get the arc. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about that. The arc is good. There's an awesome armor on it. It could definitely benefit some of these heroes. I'm here that the arc is great for Ruto as well. I do have Ruto built up. So maybe I might just go back in there, see if I can pull a couple more reds. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Let me know what you think. Peace, everybody.